Hello everyone, my name is Varun and I'm a self-taught artist. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My first approach towards a portrait painting is to draw a rough pencil line sketch. There are many methods to get the proportions right, such as outlining a grid and then drawing on top of it, or follow the conventional method of drawing ovals and separating its parts to draw a human face, and so on. However, being a self-taught artist, I have practiced drawing a freehand sketch of the face and near perfected it over the years. The primary thing that you have to do is keep observing your reference photo, either a physical copy or on your smartphone. By continuously doing this, your eye sends signals to your brain, which in turn directs your fingers to follow those measurements that you have been observing and sketch them on the canvas. Of course, this takes constant practice and time. I have been following this ever since I started drawing portraits a decade ago, and I can't think of following any conventional methods. This works fine for me, isn't it? So here I have used a Faber-Castell polychromos pencil to draw the sketch. Use a color which is neither dark nor too light. I have used a raw umber color to outline the same. After drawing the sketch, I have used a combination of Prussian blue and white color oil paints to draw the background. It is a lot easier to draw a background first and then proceed to paint your portrait. It's a lot easier to draw a background first and then proceed to paint your portrait. This way there are less chances of ruining your portrait. If you paint it first and then work on the background, it might lead to some mess. Now that the background is done, I have gone ahead to paint a base color on the portrait. I have used a combination of white, crimson red, yellow ochre, lemon yellow and burnt umber. This combination is more suited for the Indian skin and gives it a brownish and yellowish tinge to it. You can observe that I have stopped applying the base color now to the entire face and proceeded to add some details near the eyes, eyebrows, nose and cheeks. That for me is to get a precise idea on whether I am in the right direction or not. It is an old habit that I cannot get rid of. For the darker areas, for the darker areas, you can use more of burnt umber and crimson red. For the lighter areas, use more of white and lemon yellow. Again, keep observing your reference photo to gain maximum accuracy. After I have added adequate detailing to get a fair idea of the portrait, I now proceed to paint the eyeballs and the pupil. For the eyeball, I have used a combination of yellow ochre, Prussian blue, white and burnt umber. For the pupil, I have used a combination of burnt umber and black. Remember, this is the most crucial part of the painting, so you'd want to be as accurate as possible while applying the paints. I'm happy with what I've done with the eye area. I now proceed to paint the lips and the teeth and smoothen the area around it. I've used a similar combination that I had used for the face. However, this has more of crimson red and have also used a tinge of vermilion hue. You have to be careful with the color mixing as you do not want to make the lips too dark or too light. Again, keep observing your reference photo. I can't stress this enough. For the hair, I have used a combination of burnt umber, crimson red, black, and a lot of whites. My grandma had a combination of browns, greys, and little goldens in her hair, and so I wanted to stay true to it. One point that came to my mind is that this isn't the final application of colors. What I'm doing here is applying enough paint so that I can get at least 70% of the final piece. The fine tuning will follow once I'm satisfied with the initial painting. I now proceed to paint the neck region. I have to be careful here in getting the depth and the wrinkles right. I then proceed to paint the ears. Don't know the reason, but I always like to keep the ears for the last. Well, I'm pretty much satisfied with the face and the neck region. I'm now free to proceed with the sari. For people who do not know what a sari is, it is a traditional form of clothing in India worn by women. For more information, you can always read on the Wikipedia. My grandma loved wearing dark shades of maroon, blue, and green saris. I'm sticking to orange and maroon combination as they are my favorite colors. For the sari border, I have used cadmium yellow and vermilion hue to get an orange color. For the sari itself, I have used a combination of vermilion hue and cobalt blue to come up with a shade of maroon. I have used the same color to paint the blouse as well. To get the crease effect on the sari, I have used more of cobalt blue and a tinge of black. For the lighter areas, I have used a combination of orange and vermilion hue. The best part about oil paints are that the colors blend beautifully with each other. I used to draw portraits using oil-based polychromos pencils and observed a similar effect there. I still use them, they are one of my favorite mediums. The best part of drawing portraits is that you get to capture the essence of a human being in a single painting. We have a variety of emotions on our faces and in our expressions. It can be sadness, happiness, confusion, boredom, thoughtfulness, and much more. I truly enjoy capturing these emotions on canvas and bringing it to life. When you draw portraits, you're doing a lot more than that. You're making a person immortal, irrespective of whether they are alive or dead. No wonder it is the most popular form of art, and people prefer gifting it to their loved ones. Now coming back to the this portrait, my grandma used to wear a pearl gold chain, and I have used white, crimson red, vermilion hue, cadmium yellow to get that effect. Well, I wanted the background to become a bit more darker, and I had to redo it again. Also a little bit of fine tuning to the portrait for a better finish. Well, that's the final portrait. Thank you for watching this video. Please leave your questions, doubts in the comments below. You can subscribe to my channel and also my social media accounts for latest paintings and portraits. Stay safe everyone and keep creating.